Today is the 18th of March 2026. I'm over here at the industrial factories in Rossel, Pretoria, Gauteng, South Africa. As you can see surrounding me, there's a lot of soft bodies surrounding me with hard tasks that I needed to do, and I needed to recreate their bodies into hard bodies. Now the problem is, unfortunately, they're infinitely morbidly obese, infinitely degenerative, infinitely suicidal, and infinitely imploding domestic worker Lettie is causing all of this racial outbursts for me all the time. You can see over here from this direction into this direction. Now these are three type of cybercrime techniques that I'm misusing. They don't know about reforestation and environmental law and doing that. And if I, for example, say I want to go caving there today, they'll have a pickup with three fellas deforesting the forest on a small holding north of Miles in Akasha, Gauteng. So what they state basically with their soft bodies is that these soft bodies, they belong to me, and I need to tolerate them on behalf of them, and also be infinitely obese, cardiogenic, arrested until progressively arrested. And also these entities need to be financially upgraded, which I don't know. So I've never actually witnessed this. So what people are misusing most of the time is being, the SPCA warning number 01702, and also a protection order against me from many people who act like attempted murder victims surrounding me all the time. Now remember, I cave at places where people are tough. This is not a place where people are tough anymore, because they are interlining soft fat with hard bodies all the time, and then now forcing me into recreating racial outbursts the whole time over here the whole time. So they don't carry their own bodies anymore. They're only forcing me into doing racial outbursts and making scenes the whole time. Now, number one, the SPCA inspector the Bochum. It has been scientifically concluded that the caving sites in Bristol, West South Africa, where the animal poachers, that case where the animal poachers killed animals over there, the SPCA inspector the Bochum is just on an existent level too scared to go there. So if you would say that his footprints would be there, or he would leave a footprint there, it is unfortunately non-existent, as he is too infinitely scared to go there on site. He's just too infinitely scared of doing that, and it won't exist in the future of him being there at all. There won't be a foot mark of them in the ground left behind, because he's just too scared of it on an existent level. Then another thing is the application that was successfully done in saying that everyone in the Nova region of Pretoria, Gauteng can act like attempted murder victims of mine is also a thing people are doing for most of the time. Like a person is fat blocked and your body is trying to break through the fat, so that is a 3-year case where people, a morbidly obese, discriminated victim amongst the industrialists. Industrial hostiling on an epic level needs to happen. So as the fat can't break through certain entities, so will they act as attempted murder victims of mine, and then that spreads, and then people spread upon that. But you can notice here in the Nova region, LSD, people are getting LSD drugs from other people a lot. LSD drug stands for lithium, Lettie, light pollution. And then SD stands for labor enslavement and labor imprisonment and labor defrauding crimes. So that's what that one stands for. Lithium, and this man is mad. Now he is forcing me into retolerating Lettie again, officially, scientifically again. So lithium means LSD, it also means other things, lithium again, light pollution, morbidly obese females like Lettie and other things walking around lightly, just a whole lot of light walking people, industry is spying upon you, doing hostile environment. Like this female doesn't like an entity by the name of Cynthia Timboy, so it got rid of her so that I'm again infinitely obese, cardiogenic, arrested until progressively arrested by the infinitely morbidly obese, infinitely degenerative, infinitely suicidal, and infinitely imploding domestic worker Lettie. So this entity started Cynthia Tomboy, got rid of her, so that the fat thing, the fat baby Lettie is rehired again. And then they state that's racism, and that is mental retardism, and that is Caucanism. That's why, for example, I am for infinity technologically and in the world of human capitalism, separating from the company called Little Forest Creative Foundation or Little Forest Creating Specialists, because that's all they are all the time. And then they would again. So these are entities who think they are loved. I'm socially desperate, so I'm trying to get rid of Lettie so that I can socialize again. Socializing is most of my lifetime just an hour's work. Most of the time I'm doing environment. Look at this again. She has rehired herself as Lettie's domestic worker again. And that's the only one that's allowed, because at the end of the day, they want to infect, overcharge, overdose, and execute me with LSD. Now, LSD is a lethal drug where entities need to keep their space with me and then create another racial outburst again by interlining their soft fat with the hard bodies of engineers. Who takes responsibility and blaming for that? Not me from now on, from today on, unfortunately. If there is mismanagement and there's non-maintenance happening with machinery like that, because I'm associated with a morbidly obese entity, I'm not going to be taking responsibility for that in the future. In the undercover line, now one of the main dealers over here is the mother killer, Frederik Janus Jordan. Now, as you go look upon how whites don't love me and really betrays me in a professional yet neat manner. Now, the white association and connection I have with white people is that they would basically betray me in a very polite and neat manner. A very professional, soft, attempted murder victim manner of mine, like Who Framed Roger Rabbit. They think they're cool because they can do Who Framed Roger Rabbit things the whole time. Poor old rodents and rabbits that I have to hang out with has to deal with Who Framed Roger Rabbit, obese discriminated victimization again, not take responsibility, study the most time. And that's another thing I've noticed also today, the guilt, the heaviness of a guilt. If I tell Lettie, oh no, I don't want you as my domestic worker, you don't fit in with me, you can't do what I do at caving sites, maybe a Maori man who I love and watch in New Zealand's rugby would fit in with me, no, it won't. Then that politeness manner, they stole. So the only way I can tell her not in a temporary level to be with me and not to be my domestic worker is in a very racially abusive, shouting, aggressive, barbaric, humiliating, physically embarrassing manner. That's the only way they state they can do it, by making soft babies screaming, being like soft babies, and then forcing me to scream and racially publicly humiliating myself. Now, yeah, I'm like an undercover cyber cop. People are so hatred. So there's a drug dealer that stays over there. He killed his own mother for drug money, Deborah Elena Jordan. Now the word Elena goes now completely with light polluting technologies like a flashlight. Now that guy, he killed his own mother for drug money, and now he currently has a LSD. He has a LSD drug dealership. Now in this LSD drug dealership of all of these obese discriminated victims surrounding me the whole time, in this LSD dealership, he then goes and he then tells his sister, Maddie, who's a human resource manager at a company, how to labor defraud, labor imprison, and labor enslave me through the infinitely morbidly obese, infinitely degenerative, infinitely suicidal, and infinitely imploding domestic worker Lettie. So he's now over there. Everyone surrounding me, this is how much I made it, I can guarantee you. 100% everybody around me is going to go to a shack and then ask for his sister Maddie to keep on basically labor enslaving me through the morbidly obese domestic worker Lettie all the time. They, otherwise they'll do racial outbursts from me from the morning until the end, as if it's important. Remember, I have a house structure like this. It's a rectangle. It's a minor thing. It's a micro thing in the universe, but they make it like a huge antimatter explosion. A star that implodes on itself, a star that's exploding on itself. That's what they are doing here all the time. That man over there, for example, is a gentle, polite, two-frame Roger Rabbit murder victim of mine again. Look how he drives his car in his hypersensitive manner, doing nothing but being another who-framed Roger Rabbit victim of mine. So, You can also study the art of degenerative. Degenerative, Nana, from the morbidly obese domestic worker Lettie, is that where she says she can't do what I do. She doesn't have the talent that I do, so that she commits talent theft. So I have no choice but to rehire her as my domestic worker. That's when a person steals your abilities to choose. That happens. That's a choice. And then they choose on behalf of me because I have a protection order against me from Who Framed Roger Rabbit victims from mine, and then they do that in. So that's how basically they do those things in. Now, if you're going then further on with the life and how the world evolves, racially abusing, screaming and stuff like this, it's not a thing that Lettie does. It's not a thing black people are known for. Black people are not known for cave members. And of course, JC, the mother killer who killed his own mother, Deborah Elena Jordan, on the 8th of October 2016, basically with drug money. Now, what JC is basically studying at this moment is, he's basically studying, I did kill my mother for drug money and other people and processing it, but you're my main criminal. So I have many people in line over there who hate you. I don't know, you're public enemy number 1, Mr. Jacob, so I hate you a lot. So there are people like these ones who are standing in line voting to choose my sister Maddie in order to infinitely be cardiogenic arrest you through the domestic worker Lettie. There's no ways they will stop that thing. They're going to do that from day and night, 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 day and night. So what it's called basically at the end of the day is the talent theft people state. And then they say that Lettie is associated with you and she can give you cave trading and what you do and stuff like this. There's no ways, even other matter of black femaleness, like Consi can do what I did on Monday because there were baboons that was trying to kill me. And in this manner, if a female cries and wants to go home during that time, the baboon is going to go and make a joke of it and take it stiff and grind it inside of a machine over there and ask it to come over here, lay in front of me so that I can tear it apart. She's going to take that literally. She's going to get an application order against me and go to court and says that I actually tried to murder her. So thankfully my battery exploded that I didn't have to do that. Somebody that can't tolerate that. So Lettie is beyond no, can't go to case. And Consi is almost there but can't do 9Ks where I am. Because there's leopards, there's baboons, there's other things. A female matter that can go with me to those cases is a no matter. But people worship females over here because they who framed Roger Rabbit things against me. Now, who framed Roger Rabbit is very important. If entities are more in a lust to basically be cardiogenic, infinitely be cardiogenic, arrest me through Lettie. Let's say, for example, I'm there with baboons and people try to shoot me at that caving site. I accept Lettie as a domestic worker of mine. Do you think a baboon will allow me to live if I don't love his own rodent-like creatures? If I don't like cave-dwelling animals? No. It will say to me, the baboon, the male baboon with a teeth that can kill, it will state, you know what? You're sick. You're sick with a fat body. I'm sick of you and I want to take you out. And the guys with the guns will not miss a shot. I can promise you this. They'll shoot you through the neck. And the thing about black taxes is the negative effects of LSD drug sold by the mother killer Jason. That's a negative thing he sells all the time. And then the black people go into honest. You must do 110% honest worshipping of the world. And you must not be around people, but be with the sick, obese domestic worker. You must not cheat in life and stuff like that. And that's how they go on. So specifically the black space in the person's spiritual lobe. So the black tax is on. So that's basically what people are at this moment. They're just over here. They chat about, they have this lust, and this is the constant lust. Just like that. All that like that. That's the lust that people will have for infinitely obese cardiogenic arresting until progressively arresting me through the morbidly obese domestic worker Lettie. That's a constant lust. So that's what people do. Then they go to JC and then JC says, yes, I killed my mother, but there's no use to be racist around me. Please don't slanderize around me. And take this LSD drugs. I'm telling you, I'm selling now at this moment labors and slaving drugs for Lettie all the time. I can't even wait for this. I'm so dumb as shit all the time. My IQ and academic shit don't know what you're talking about, black holes. I'm dumb as shit. I really just want that fat ass to be with you all the time. That's really, I don't want to be known for being a mother killer. I'm sorry. The shack looks like that one over there. That's the shack. Now the guy is not interested in caving or any type of shit. Yes, I get that. He hates me because I'm reporting him for killing his own mother for drug money. So obviously he hates me. But over there in the shack, yes he did. So yes he did as well. So racism for a Samsung air conditioning thief again. Racial outbursting. So over there is a shack, and then you go inside. Oh man, I'm focusing on making my LSD mix. I mean, there's a lot of black people, Africans that want to take that sticker and to get high from you being infinitely obese, cardiogenic, arrested by Lettie again. I'm waiting, I don't know. Stop. Why don't you bring your phone over here so I can crack and kill your phone? Do that. Why don't you do that one? I want to kill your phone, Mr. Jacob. Why don't you can't give me your phone? Let's watch a fake friendship movie so that I can kill your phone. Really? Shit. Man, shit. And that's basically Jason's in that direction. So he goes and then he sells LSD drugs. Everybody around, beneath their tongues, you can see the people over here. Beneath their tongues, they have LSD. These people have LSD drugs inside of them, which is basically a sticker that dissolves inside of them through that they can infinitely obese cardiogenic arrest until progressively arrest me through the morbidly obese domestic worker.